Guys, I'm going to be showing you guys how to find a directional bias by following them and how profitable it is for you to know where the market is heading to and jumping on the trend, right? So I'm going to be showing you guys that. But before then, if you're new on this particular channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, get notified whenever I drop videos as this. You can see I'm very much happy because last week I made a lot of money and it's very massive, right? So in case you want to join my WhatsApp group, you can actually comment I'm interested, and I'm going to be giving you my WhatsApp link. We're going to be joining and get signals and get paid from every single week that is going to be producing, right? So let me show you guys what happened this week. I say this week, yeah, it's still this week because we are still on Saturday. I'm making this video on Saturday, so I'm going to be talking about it on the chart. I trade 3 pairs and I only lose on 1 pair. I lose on Euro USD. Right, I made some loss on Euro USD last week, but other pairs was actually massive wins, and I want to show you guys something on the chart, right? So on GBP USD right now, we are actually selling, and you can see where my setups are, and you can see how massive we have been catching. I have the first breakout here, and I was expecting market to get to this zone before dropping, but market didn't come to this zone, right? And keep going down, and right now we are actually on this level, and I'm still expecting market to tap me in from here and drop more to the downside, right? So I want to show you guys exactly what I mean by directional bias. Directional bias is when you're checking your time frames and know where the higher time frame is telling you to buy or sell from, right? So when you check your higher time frame or your medium time frame, which depending the kind of trader you are, and you confirm where the market is heading to, it will determine and tell you exactly where the confidence to go in for a trade will come from. So just like what is happening on GBP USD. So if you go to 4 hours time frame on GBP USD, you can come to understand that in many people's eyes we are actually buying, right? So we are buying, and this is what happened here on GBP USD. So on GBP USD, we are massively on bullish trend, right? But what I use, or should I say what exactly I like seeing, is the present reaction of the market, which is the one presently and the one that has happened maybe last week, 2 weeks. That's what I used to check, right? So in the 4 hours time frame, any high and low that was created is actually a 2 candle from the weekly time frame. So if you doubt it, actually check it yourself on your chart. It's actually a two weeks candle. It's actually a 2 week candle, each candle 1 week, that is 2 weeks. So any high and low we are seeing on the 4 hour time frame simplify two weeks candle, right? So after confirming that, what you're going to be doing is actually using what the present week is going to be doing and check what the previous week did, so for you to continue the trend, right? So now let's take an instance of what I'm saying. So if you come to this very zone, you can come to understand that what this is a trend from this zone right now to this level is a 2 weeks, and from this level right now to this level is also a 2 weeks, and from this very level right now to this level is also a 2 weeks. So since it's actually a 2 weeks, and you can come to understand that okay, market started selling from this range, right? So what do you understand here? Market came up to this level, and after getting there, we broke structure on the 4 hours time frame. So what trend was that? This is a bearish trend, right? So forgetting the fact that all directional buyers are bullish because we are bullish for a long time, right? So forgetting the fact that we are bullish from the 4 hours time frame, you can actually confirm that the last week has broken structure, and last week is actually simplifying that the next week following it we need to drop from this level, right? So that's what here means. And if you come to this very zone as well, like what we can see here, you come to understand this is the 2 things I always talk about. If you are not using the present reaction, check from the left hand side to check what the last week or the last reaction of the market played out looking like, right? So if you come to this very zone right now, you come to understand that this is a structure shift to the upside, and after structure shift to the upside, we have a double break of structure to the upside, and market pulls back to this very level. So this very level now is holding this trade. It means that we are trying to buy from this level, so it's a clean level for us to buy from. Now we're going to be making a lot of money, right? So noticing this thing, this is where I paste my key zone. This is this line. This is why you're seeing lines on my chart, right? So this line is my key zone, this is a key zone, this is a key zone, and also a key zone. Now, why is it a key zone? This place is where the market is playing the reaction. This is where the reaction is coming from, or should I say, this is where we are getting reactions from. So since the market is actually giving us these reactions from this particular low, then what can you call this? And a normal trader will call this what? A resistance support. This is a support and resistance. So this is a support and resistance strategy, but in a lower time frame we are going to be using something different, right? So what we are talking about right here now is when market get to this key zone, and after that I marked out the closest key zone which I had for what was here. I have a key zone here, but I shifted it to the downside. So this was where I have a key zone, and also what I have a key zone here, and what I have keys on here, and what I have keys on here, which is the trend I'm about to go for, right? But there's something I always do whenever I look and see this particular key zones and where it's appearing and how it's looking, right? So if you check right here real quick, you understand that what this market do not just respect this key zone, but what the market did right here was that market swept a liquidity right here, right? So if you confirm very well right now, this is now when the market shifted structure on the higher time frame, right? But what are we expecting here? What is happening here? If you come to understand now, you see that we have what? A multiple rejections from this very key zone, right? So make sure you use your eye to spot what is happening on the chart before determining or going for the trade, right? So if you come to understand right here, you understand that multiple rejections was happening around this zone, which we have this first rejection, we have this second rejection, we have this third rejection. And what happened after market break this structure? Market tried to like pull back into the range and push up a little, and market going back to this same range, rejected, right? So having that on mind, this is a clean key zone where I'm expecting market to like drop or react or play around on that particular set, right? So now let me show you exactly what I did once I marked out this key zone, because market sell from this very zone to this very level last 2 weeks, or should I say last week? Yeah, so said from this key zone to this very key zone. So last week, which we just went out from, this very trend came from last 2 weeks. So let me say last week, which we came that we caught all these buys from here. I'm going to be showing you guys how possible it was. So on the lower time frame, which is the 15 minutes, you know, every trader, some problem they have is that they don't know the particular time frames to look out for their entrance from. So let me advise this to you. If you're actually trading for you're making your analyzing, or you're looking for your directional bias from the 4 hours time frame, the best time frame for you to like look out for your entries should be your 15 minutes, right? And if you're making your analyzing from your daily time frame, your best entrance time frame should come from the 1 hour time frame, right? So the same thing goes to the 1 hour time frame. If you're analyzing from the 1 hour time frame, your best entry time frame should come from what? The 5 minutes time frame. So this is how it works, and it will work very, very perfectly. So now if you come to this very zone right now, let me zoom off so you can actually let me see the screen so you guys can actually understand what I'm trying to say here. So if you come to understand now, zooming this camera this way, this is what we'll have here. So if you come to understand, market shifted structure here on the lower time frame. So this is the first thing I like looking at for. So I have what? A market structure shift to the upside. Then after confirming a market structure shift to the upside, so if you look very well to the downside, what are we seeing here? This is a other block which we are seeing very clearly here, without even going to the 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour minute, right? Because after a structure shift, you need to like see a first pullback, which we can actually call liquidity or inducement. Then after that, we start looking for a strong key zone, right? Which is many people call it POI, point of interest, right? So we start looking for a strong key zone where we are going to be taking this trade from. So now, without going to the higher time frame, I already spot a strong candle, bearish candle before the engulf candle came in. So I already spot those key zones, and it's actually lying on my line. So this is my first pullback. Then after pullback, we pulled a little bit, let me say 30% up, and market started dropping again. So I took a buy from here. Where am I targeting? I was targeting the key zone I told you that I shifted. So this was where the key zone was. So I targeted this key zone, and market gave us what? 1:11 here. What I made from this particular trade, I risked $100, so I made about $1,100 on this particular trade, right? So on the next day, which is this is how to like simplify it. It's actually a different day. So on the next day, market came, which this particular trade took us 2 days, right? So like for market to like hit this TP, it took us 2 days. Then what I did was that I confidently like wait for the market to like pull back again, because why? Market has not get into the key zone, and if market has not get into your key zone, the only thing you need to do is not to like panic. If you have a trade right here and you have not closed it, like market rallied up from here to somewhere around this level, and it have not get into your TP, which is here, and it's dropping from this zone, right? So you don't need to be scared. The only thing you need to do there is to like lock your profit from this down. Maybe you take your stop loss to above let me say 50% here, but it's 50% is risky because market can still actually come down to this 50% and take some orders from there, from other people, traders, like other traders, and continue the bullish. So for you to be safe, the only thing you can do is to like lock your money from this zone to somewhere around this zone, right? So where you're actually seeing key zone above it. So so that was what I did here. And market pulls back to this very level, which we are seeing here, and bought from this very level. And this place gave me $12,000 because I risked $1,000 on this particular trade. So I made 1:12, which is $12,000. If you how I calculate this is if you risk $1,000, you're making $12,000. If it's 1:12, and if you risk $100, you're making $1,200 on the trade. So now this is where I made here $12,000. Then after confirming $12,000 here, and now what? Continue the trend, and then market closed above the level which I had here, which I pushed to the downside. Market closed above the level, and what did I see here? I see what? A double break of structure, which was where is the double break of structure? I have this zone here that was broken, first pull back, and market pushed up again and take out this liquidity here and closed above it. So after confirming that, then in the 1 hour time frame, where this box is coming from is from the 1 hour time frame. That's where I saw the perfect key zone to take it from. So market came back to that zone. What? Market bought from here. I made $10,000 from this same place because I risked $1,000 on this same trade, right? So there are a lot of trades I don't post on my signals, and they are the ones I post on my signals. The one that is A+, I post them on my signals, and at times it's not that it's too perfect, but at times market still crashed it, right? So that was what happened here. Now check from the resistance zone which I have here.